Welcome to Lifestyle Profiles. I'm Wendy McGowan Ellis, and today our guest is Mary Von Ahnen, the owner and founder of Horizon Hot Yoga here in Frisco. Mary, welcome.
Thank you, Wendy. I'm so excited to be here with you today.
So Mary, tell us your background and how did you get to Frisco?
I actually came from corporate America, spent 30 years there. My last job was CIO at Fossil Group. Absolutely loved Fossil. I was there 18 years, did all kinds of, corporate leadership kinds of things. But I always had this passion for yoga. I started practicing myself in 2007 and got my husband into it a few years later. And so we practiced together. And somewhere along the way, we just decided, what the heck, let's just open a studio. And Frisco, of course, is the most fabulous city in the whole world. So where else would we plant ourselves but Frisco? And, I was still loving my job, really enjoying the CIO position, which was a great new challenge for me. But at some point, our yoga studio had just done so well and taken off so much that it was feasible for me to quit and just be at the yoga studio full time. My husband is still working in his corporate job, so we kind of split the responsibilities that way. But that's how I got to Frisco. And in literally a month and a half, we were moving our home to Frisco. So we are all in.
Tell us how your leadership skills, global CIO of Fossil, that's quite an accomplishment. How have those skills translated into the yoga studio?
Oh my gosh, so many lessons that I brought with me and so many lessons that I've learned from being part of the yoga community. What I knew I did not want to do was just to come into the yoga world and be a corporate boss. I wanted to actually really change myself, change my leadership style, fit in with the yoga culture, because I don't think you ever put a square peg in a round hole and have any success at all. But one thing that is definitely a problem in the yoga industry is that many people that run yoga studios started out being fabulous yogis, and they decided that they would become teachers. And so then they became teachers, and then they decided they wanted to run studios, but they never had really any business background at all, never really understood how to market, how to develop different lines of revenue, how to manage real books. And so I think that Mike and I both have brought sort of that corporate background and a little bit of structure there to the way that we handle our yoga studio. Additionally, I think one thing that was always pounded into me at the culture at Fossil, because it was such a big part of what we did there, was sort of servant leadership, customer first, absolute fanatic focus on the customer. And I think that we have built our studio around, what do our students need? And then also just serving our teachers, because our teachers really make it all work. So those things I think I brought. The things the yoga community has taught me, how to be a little less wound up, how to take things a little softer, less seriously, how to kind of bring meditation into my life, how to not sweat the small stuff, put myself in other people's shoes on a regular basis. I think just that little gentle softening that's occurred as I've watched some of the yogis I really admire, and I've tried to adopt some of those practices. So it's been just a wonderful rounding out, I think, of who I want to be. Not that I'm there yet. I'll be doing that the rest of my life, but it's been a nice meshing, I believe.
I love that. So how has Horizon Hot Yoga kind of morphed in the face of COVID-19, whether that's classes, teachers, merchandise, products? What have y'all shifted, and what are you doing now?
Well, it's been quite a ride. I don't know that in my lifetime I've ever had to pivot quite so fast on any one single thing. We pretty quickly took our classes online. We have 17 classes now a week that people can watch live stream. We're building a library of classes, so if you can't make a vinyasa class with Sally at 9:45, you could watch Sally at 6:30 when you're through with your home office day or whatever. We also did make the decision to put our merchandise online. That's clothes, mats, CBD, a variety of the merchandise that we sell. You just email the contact mailbox, contact@horizonhotyoga.com. We have it all on our merchandise page. And then the Ceci Mary Express will deliver directly to your doorstep. What we realized kind of early on is a lot of people are doing nothing but shopping right now. We did not want to miss out on that. And I think it's made us a lot stronger. I mean, we've learned how to teach a class to an environment that's not a bunch of students and the energy that's in the class. We've explored new tools. I think we've kind of had to button things down in a way that, always a crisis makes you better. It makes you tighten up your procedures, et cetera. Communication with teachers that we don't see every day. We've had to really work harder at that. But I think that's made us stronger. And the students, for the most part, I mean, I think nobody loves yoga like a live yoga class, the energy in the room, but the students have really adopted the live streaming style. The Zoom format allows interaction with the teacher. So we've had some pretty good traction, and I'm so pleased to say, and so appreciative and humbled by how many of our students have just stuck with us and kept paying their dues. So something I did not expect, because we all have our own financial crises right now, but I think we're all rooting to be open very soon.
That's great. So I know that you also are a studio that provides teacher training. Tell us about that and how that's been going on, either recently or how that's going to go on this summer.
Yeah, we had a wonderful experience in February. We did what's called a yoga teacher intensive. It's 200-hour training, the typical vinyasa. And we had Carson Clay Calhoun come and really move in with us for a month and do the training for us. We will be hosting another training in 2021, probably not this summer, but I've now seen a lot of video training pop up, and it seems to be pretty successful. So perhaps we'll do a mix, since we've gotten pretty good at the online stuff. It'll be a mix of being in person and a mix of being online, and perhaps we can reach more people that way.
So Mary, how can our audience, if they aren't already a member of your studio, how can they join? How can they get access to classes? And then tell us one more time, again, just briefly, how we can get products online as well.
To answer the product question first, because it's a pretty easy one, go to horizonhotyoga.com and you'll see the merchandise tab. And since we're not actually a real commerce site, you just have to scroll down, but you'll see clothing. You'll see our brand new limited edition tee, which is our tank, which is beautiful. You'll see our brand new jewelry line called the Spiritual Path, which is semi-precious stones made into bracelets and necklaces that bring special energy. This jewelry comes with a little card that tells you the kind of energy that you're receiving from these semi-precious stones. We're really proud of that. A lot of bracelets and necklaces are featured. You can order mats right now, 30% off all of our Manduka mats, which is huge. And we also sell yoga towels. We have a sale on CBD. So you just scroll through there, and then at the very top, it tells you to just go to contact@horizonhotyoga.com, and that's me. So you just email me, and I work with you to be sure that I know exactly what you want. We can take credit cards, and I deliver to your doorstep. So it's pretty simple. And then as far as joining, we offer our Zoom classes for only $5. We did 5 weeks of free yoga because honestly, a huge part of our mission is just bringing yoga to the world. I mean, of course, we're a business. Of course, there's a monetary component to it, but we believe yoga makes people better. And so we offered 5 weeks of free yoga, and going into May, we're just charging $5 a class. Or you can buy a package just for May only, which gets you unlimited online classes. If you go to our schedule tab on our website, you can see the schedule that we're offering. All of those are live streaming classes, so you'll be interacting with the teacher live. And on May 1st, we'll launch our video library of classes that you can check out anytime you want.
Making everyone great through yoga here in Frisco, Mary Von Ahnen. Mary, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Wendy. And we really appreciate you in our studio too. You are an amazingly strong yogi. So you're an inspiration to me.